Well, welcome to my chapter 19 predictions. I just thought I'd just do a video to share my thoughts on the new chapter and just do it from the game screen here just to discuss it for a few minutes. And I'm curious to see what you guys think about this new chapter 19 teaser that they showcased yesterday. And I just so happened to check it out myself recently, and you probably heard it from the background. I'm going to link you guys also in the description where you guys can take a glimpse at the teaser yourself. You guys have probably already seen it before. And what are your predictions? What do you think the next killer is going to be? Now, I took some time to try to just think of some possible predictions, but for me, from based on what we saw right now, and then just going to their page for their profile picture and their cover art or banner, whatever you want to call it, it says Mighty One Entertainment. Now, I'm going to just say this. I think Mighty One Entertainment has to have something to do with the brand, this musical killer, or I'll say it's got to be a DJ or some kind of musical artist. We're going to get our first ever music killer that's going to have some kind of musical powers. Now, I'm going to discuss what maybe a possibility of a Mori that he might have, just as a little guess. But we don't have enough information to really just get all the full details of what it could possibly be. But for me, I just honestly think this definitely won't be a licensed killer. I think it's going to be an original killer because most of these killers that we have right now they're not just original killers, but they're licensed killers from all of our lovable favorite horror classics that I like. I love these kind of movies, scary. It was just Scream, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, just all these different movies that go on and on from all that we loved and watched. The Saw movies, the list goes on and on. And for me, I would love to see Chucky in this game. I keep on saying it. The developers have the creativity to make it work, especially with Victor running around in the game from the twins. But that's just a killer I would like to see get added to this game. And the size doesn't matter in the movies of Child's Play, so that'll be somebody I would like to see in the future as a little wish list to share with you guys. But if you go to the profile and go to the picture for the official Dead by Daylight page and you click on it, I think that can't be the survivor. That's gotta be a sneak peek of what the actual killer is going to be. That is the artist. That's the next killer we're going to be facing for the chapter 19 to release maybe sometime in March, maybe going towards the end of March, or maybe in the middle of the month as a guess. But just looking at the profile picture, I think that's just we didn't get to see the full face of the artist or the basically this musical killer that we're gonna get. Could be a DJ, he could be somebody, but it's definitely gonna have something to do with music. And then just looking at the cover photo with just again with Mighty One Entertainment, that must be the brand that this killer works for. Maybe this is the brand or the company that this artist started by himself and that he's part of. Maybe the survivor will be a part of it too. The survivor could be a fan of that particular killer's music, and he just decides to go crazy, just like in these movies that you'll see with these killers running around just slaying up a group of friends, where they decide to go crazy, something happens to them, and something takes over them or possesses them. So this artist could be like this DJ or artist could be possessed and decides to go haywire and just kill everything in sight, going on a killing spree. So those are just a couple of my thoughts I can really just try to discuss and share with you guys. But for me, just again, I don't think this is going to be a licensed killer. I think this is going to be like an original killer that we have with Deathslinger and just the other ones that we have here, like the twins, just unique killers. Because I couldn't even be able to think of some kind of I don't think it's a brand out there that actual real life brand called Mighty One Entertainment. Just from just looking it up and just trying to figure out some things that it could possibly be. And just looking at the teaser all over again, I was thinking about Resident Evil Resistance out of nowhere for some reason. But just with the masterminds and all. But this definitely won't be something that we know about. This is going to be some kind of original killer. But I'm excited to see more. I want to see more of what they show. Maybe sometime next week we'll probably get another trailer maybe some more information, another teaser, and then something else I want to go to is just to slide on down to some of the other teasers from February 24th, and then they show the outfit for the 25th. I don't think that's going to be the Survivor. I don't think it is. I think it might not even be the Survivor. It could be like a cosmetic for a particular or specific Survivor that we're going to have that's going to come with chapter 19. I was going to say chapter 19. Chapter 19 for this brand new chapter. It could be a cosmetic, or maybe it possibly could be the Survivor, because they never really gave us a teaser for the Survivor. We will always find out from just looking at the trailer or the reveal trailer to see who the Survivor is. And then just from this picture, from this teacup, it's the same brand, Mighty One Entertainment. It might have something to do with a Survivor in this case, just looking at it. But if anything, it definitely is going to be some kind of killer that's going to have some kind of musical powers. I want to share and talk about the powers real quick before I wrap it up. Um, just imagine this artist just having the musical abilities, almost like how you can just, when you increase the volume in your headphones or your earbuds or whatever you listen to music in, Beats headphones or whatever, you can just try to, it's going to hurt your ears. But maybe his Mori could be like a high volume song that he plays or some kind of melody, and he can just blow your head off, and it just the survivor's head will explode. Maybe that's too brutal of a Mori, but they could really get creative with that and have him just do some kind of play some music for the survivor, and then dum dum dum, just with the DJ with the beat. It could be something. Just see how they played the little cassette tape or that tape over and over, and just keep on rewinding. Maybe that could be the possible song that can play when he's gonna do his Mori on a survivor, and by the time the song ends, boom, off goes your head in an explosion. Just some thoughts, but I don't have enough information as far as that goes for some kind of, as far as my predictions go. But you guys can share what you guys think about this chapter teaser in the comments below if you want to. But I play both sides of the game, both Survivor and Killer, but mainly Survivor. But it's definitely going to be somebody that's an OG or some kind of original killer, just like we have here on our screen. But it could be anybody. They can make anything work with this game. But I'm excited to see more, and I'll definitely be back to talk about it as they show more teasers, and then we'll probably get a glimpse of it in for sure for the PTV.